Victoria, and this is my mom, Kris. Hi, welcome. And we're Stitchy Fix, and this is our second Flosstube video. So exciting. And so we are so grateful for those people that watched last week. Thank you so much. We were so encouraged by your comments and your subscriptions. So we are headed to a weekly video each week, even if we make just a tiny bit of progress. But we're just excited to talk cross stitch and hang out with you guys each week. So that's our goal moving forward. But thank you guys for watching last week. This is episode number 2. All right, so we're gonna get into some whips, which are works in progress. And last week I mentioned I started a polar bear for my new nephew, who's turning 4 months old this week. So exciting. And I did not make a lot of progress, but this is the crux of my existence, all this white on navy. But I'm almost done with the sleeping polar bear. So just a little bit more to go, and then the rest of it is stars with a little moon over here. So getting closer. This is the only thing I worked on this week. I have a little 1-month-old baby, so she takes up a lot of my time. But Kris has some whips to share with you too.
Yes, well, I have a surprise whip. So I did not show you guys last week this whip, but I thought I was going to go through my whole stash and look at something that I thought was going to be a quick finish. What a joke that was. This is a chart that I started back in Stitch Mania a couple years ago. It's called Bloom. It was a pattern I had had in my stash. It's technically copyrighted from 2010. So you can see all those details. I thought, oh, I just have the grass. I did all the grass this week, and I almost finished the back stitching in time for today's video. But alas, I did not. I don't know if you can see all the details on that cute little ladybug watering these flowers. I love flowers, if you know me. And I just love the saying, bloom where you're planted. So I'm enjoying this. I have an interesting idea for a finish, so I will be anxious to show you next week what that's going to turn into. And the other whip that I worked on this week, which became a FFO, fully finished object, is Priscilla and Chelsea's Hello Winter. If you can see that. So I'm really proud of that. I love the detail in their art and the little people, like the bird on the sleigh and the snowman up at the top. And why this is separate for me is my mom, I gave my mom, and I may have said this last time, I gave her a clip kind of display. So it has a metallic clip, like a clipboard that she can hang it on. And then according to learned from Priscilla and Chelsea, the magnet idea. So she always gets a coordinating bow for the clip that holds the design on it, and she can stash them in her drawer and sort them out by season. So I did just put glue felt onto the back. It won't be seen because of how it clips into the frame, but I thought it's nicer that way, just to kind of have a finished edge. So another little version of winter.
And you did a couple changes to the pattern.
Oh yes, I did. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
So yes, I did a couple of changes. Well, first of all, I used what I had in my stash.
Yeah,
so the fabric is a light blue Ada, and they typically use the chalkboard black color. And then where the windows are, where you see I put in yellow, like as if the candlelight is on inside of the house, where on the design it's just, there's no stitching there, it's just black. And then because I'm not really color challenged because I love color, but when I used the white on the light blue, it didn't have enough pop, so I did do back stitching around the cup.
Yeah, but I love the yellow in the windows.
Yeah, like the lights are on in the house.
The lights are on.
That's what they're always on, but anyway. So yeah, I'm excited to deliver that to my mom tomorrow, so she can change out her Silent Night for this, which was the prior one. And I'm looking forward to what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day, because it's always my target to give her something new every few weeks.
Yeah, it's so hard during this time not getting to see people, but it's nice to like drop off and deliver
little something for her to look forward to.
Yeah. So we have some finishes that we previously finished. Mine are FFO'd, 2 of mine that I gave last year for Christmas, right? It was last year. So this I gave my mom and dad. So this is a tree that I got professionally framed at Michael's. So this pattern I actually had made, and if you turn it sideways, it's in cursive, our last name, my parents' last name. I now have a different last name. So this was something like really special, one-of-a-kind pattern. Kind of hard to see. It is on like a metallic sparkly fabric, and then the silver is also sparkly inside the frame. And then I did the blue because their living room is like a navy blue. So it wouldn't just be Christmas time if they wanted to have it out winter per se.
I have it out all the time on the mantle.
All the time. But it's just like kind of cool. And you can get these made, I forget the designer, but we'll put the website down below for her if you want to get a tree made. We actually just saw one at the craft store that said Illinois. So she's done other ones that aren't like family last names. Yeah, and I'll put the link for that artist's website so you can just order those directly too.
Okay.
And then I had one stitch along. This is my first stitch along ever. So I really like the magazine, The Cross Stitcher, which is a British cross stitch magazine. So it's getting harder and harder to find. It used to be in Barnes & Noble all the time, but rarely we would find it. And at the back of it, there's always a stitch along for the year. So they just started another one. I probably won't do it. They're typically calendars, but last year's was Alice in Wonderland. Or fairy tales, yeah.
Fairy tales,
so you can get a digital copy of that magazine, which my parents have gotten for me as a gift each year for 2 years now, since the magazines are getting harder and harder to find. But this was 2018's Stitch Along.
When you finished it.
I didn't finish in 2018.
Yeah, you finished. It was a 2017 Stitch Along.
2017. I think it took me a year and a half.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You gotta back up.
Oh yeah. So a long time ago. Well, this is like one of the biggest projects I've ever finished. So I'm not a great stitcher. Like I'm not like
you are.
Excellent.
You are excellent.
I have my biggest fan right here, so thank goodness.
Well, she is excellent.
But I don't do like, you know, heaven and earth designs. Like I would never attempt those. But this is the biggest design that I finished. It was nice to like fully finish. But it's very close to the frame because that was not something I usually just start wherever I wanted because I'm not very good at like counting in, and then because it was a stitch along, January was first.
Estimating, right.
Yeah, so I left maybe an
Two
inch.
rows.
2 rows, like my Harry Potter. The stitch alongs are harder for me to figure out. If I have the pattern ahead of time, I do a better job. But I am very proud of this. I got this finished at Michael's. I love this wood frame. A lot of my house is like this like whitewashed wood.
Do you know how many different colors you used in this?
No.
A lot.
A lot of colors. But also they did a nice job of like running colors through the months. Like they repeated colors. So it is pretty cohesive.
The orange there is the same orange that shows up in different places.
Yeah. And
That's
I used to make people, because I was so proud of it, when they would come over to my house, be like, what's your favorite month? Which one do you like the best?
Which one do you like the best, Victoria? Tell us.
I don't know. I like them all. I do like the Halloween, actually. This October is pretty cool, but it doesn't like...
Can you show everybody slowly so they can maybe vote which month they like?
I do like the October, but it doesn't really fit that well. But here it is. So this is one of my first cross stitches I actually made and kept for myself, which is also a very different thing. Right. Most of my cross stitches are here or for other people, and you know, I give as gifts. Yeah. So those are my previously fully finished items.
So I don't have any of my own fully finished items for myself here.
Except for the Santa. But that wasn't it.
That was for Grandma.
But it's here now.
It's here now, right. Right. I think if you follow us on Instagram, you will see a picture of a Santa Claus that has Advent charms through it. That was a multi-year project, and that was
Huge.
completed. And I'll never forget that. And this is what cross stitch does, because it does therapy for me as well. It was the year that my dad was fighting cancer, and that was my go-to activity. He did see it. He did live to see that and stuff. But yeah, so that's quite a memory. And since my mom didn't take it, she lives in an assisted living now. We kept it here because she lived with us right before that. So I'm very proud of that. That's the story behind the picture on our Instagram if you see that. But when we started Stitch Mania, like participating in Stitch Mania, that was fun because that was the first time like I had a target of trying to complete something.
Yeah, and like make a plan.
Right.
We typically never make.
Right. Because
we buy the patterns and we start them, but then we don't really make it like a concerted effort plan.
Right. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 from Stitch Mania that are finished stitching, but are not finished, fully finished. And then I have 1 that I got for a Christmas present. I think I did refer to this last time. That I'd love to show you. And we love suggestions because, of course, everything pretty is not always the same shape. And I always do get inspired at holiday time. And most of this was done on fabric that I had around here. I did buy the floss because I keep buying floss. But so this was a 4th of July one. Stars and Stripes Forever. If I could, I don't have the design information, so you could inform me if you've made this before. But I'd love some suggestions on how to creatively finish these. So that's 1. And then we've mentioned that we are Disney-aholics. I could not resist this for Halloween. I mean, actually I had the intent of making it for both of my daughters because we all love Disney. I probably like Halloween more than they do. But yeah, but you see the long shape that it is? I'd really like some ideas of some practical, innovative ways to frame it. This one has been around a while, and this is...
I remember this even growing up.
Yeah, this has been around a while and not finished. I absolutely love it and have no idea what to practically do with it. And this is Live, Love, Laugh, Be Thankful, which kind of is our... there we go, sorry. See that? Which brought me a lot of joy to do. Every time I look at it, I love it. And then I'm like, oh, geez, it's still not finished, fully finished. So I'd love some suggestions. And then the pièce de résistance. I received this from Victoria, Satsuma Street, Emerald City. As you heard last time, we did just finish a production of Wizard of Oz last January. As a matter of fact, this past Friday night was our unopening of our next show since COVID.
No theaters.
No theater right now. And this is my finished Emerald City, which I love the shape, I love the color, and I'd love to do something outstanding with this. So yeah, those are some projects that have been labors of love, and they're sitting in my closet because they're unfinished.
Yeah, where do your not finished items sit? But we just really are loving talking to you guys and hearing from you. So please subscribe and comment down below. And we are hoping to get to 100 subscribers. We're at about 50 right now, which we're so grateful for. Yeah. So we're hoping maybe by next week or whenever we do get to 100, we want to celebrate by doing a giveaway. So please make sure to subscribe. Even if like you don't post YouTube videos or Flosstube videos, just subscribe because then we know you're here. And then like the video if you want, or comment. We had lots of questions.
Yeah, let us know what you want to hear from us, or what, give us any advice. We're actually open for any kind of advice.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we're so excited. And then we'll see you each week. On Wednesdays is our goal when we'll post. So if you're stitching on Wednesday nights or Wednesdays, hopefully you'll turn us on. Or if you're not even stitching, we had some friends who were like, we just love watching you guys because you are so cute. So even if you don't stitch, please watch us.
Yeah, it can be fun.
It can be fun. All right.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.